Web design's a growing business. People use the internet every single day.
Here we learn how to use the newer products and the more up-to-date products. So when someone asks you to build a website, here you learn how to build a Flash website. So if they ask for Flash, you actually know what you're doing.
I've actually learned a lot in this class that I didn't think I would learn. I thought coming here was just going to be like learning a couple little things here and there and then experimenting with it, but it's been so much more than that.
We learned how to do basic HTML and Notepad. We learned Photoshop, Dreamweaver, and Flash.
Here you're surrounded by people who enjoy the same things you enjoy, so you can relate better with them, and the teachers know, what you want to do and how to do it. So you could learn more.
It's a great career. I mean, you meet so many different people and you learn so much stuff.
When I came here, web designing was a hobby, but now it's something I want to do as a career, so it really gave me my push I needed.
Laying the brick, you can lay all you want. When you step back and look at it and say you did that, it's a good accomplishment.
We're actually one of the few programs that actually get to build a house. We got something I can drive by 10 years from now and say I actually help build that.
Definitely sign up and try to make it a 3-year experience. Third year, you can definitely branch out more, get more in depth into it. So as soon as you can, get into CTC and try to do it.
My friend, he was already in the plumbing and HVAC program. He told me to come in here, he told me to shout for it and try it, and I pretty much like it. It's real hands-on and everything. Here you can actually work on stuff, as you can see here. You can actually dig holes to put the pipes in here, do HVAC, AC and heating and all this other stuff.
You know what you're doing when you go into the field. It's like you probably have a better chance of getting a job than other people do. Just a good program to get into, start off your career. Start off early.
It's a lot different from the classes you take at your home school. You get to do hands-on activities. You get to learn about what you like.
We do different things every day.
We do vital signs, venipuncture, which is drawing blood. We do dentistry, we take dental molds. We do a lot of basic anatomy and physiology.
After I get out of high school, I want to take a medical assistant and eventually become a pediatrician.
Ultimately, I want to be an obstetrician, and basically you have to know a lot of things to do that, and with this class, since it's a generic class, it covers all of medical assisting pretty much. It helps me know as much as I can.
I just know that I like helping people and I want to be in the medical field somehow. Ever since I watched the medical shows on TV, it just makes you interested.
If you're in this class, you can choose to go to an internship for 4 days out of the week.
It's definitely a good opportunity, and it would look really good on your job resumes and stuff like that, so it's an advantage.
You get to learn a lot of things, so it helps you with what you want to do, so it's a lot of fun.
We really have like a lot of advanced stuff in this class. They have more like sophisticated programs that they use in this class. We use Final Cut Pro. It's a pretty expensive program. Then we have the cameras that are downstairs that are pretty expensive too. And that's what got me into the class, that you can actually use more professional stuff.
A lot of teachers go straight from the book, and I feel like our teacher tries to be more of a mentor than just a teacher, and someone that can just pretty much say, oh, this is what you can do, be creative about it, you don't gotta do textbook standards, and just have fun with it.
Some people may not be interested in it, and then they'll find that there's just so much more to it than just pointing a camera and shooting at people. And I guess if you're really into the creative side, then you'll like it, because it's just a class where you can be as creative as you want.
To me, it's like being in a real kitchen. You're in a kitchen, you're doing everything that needs to get done. It's not just one thing.
We learn knife skills, we do competitions, just the basics of the kitchen, how to handle yourself in situations.
The first year started out was like, all the basics and everything.
Your second year, you get to choose between culinary or baking.
After that, you go and branch off into just about anything you can think of. So it's basically everything you could imagine.
Being here for the first year, how much stuff I didn't know made me want to learn even more.
I'm planning to go to a culinary school. This class has really helped me prepare for that by really giving me an idea of what it would be like in the industry.
If you're really serious about being in the culinary industry, then this class helps you 100%, because by the time you go to college, you can say, I knew this, my teacher stayed on me about this.
This program really helped a lot because it helped me see what it's like to work out there in the field and actually get a hands-on before I actually get out of school.
We learn plant identification, maintenance. We do maintenance on equipment, how to run equipment, yard maintenance, a lot of things with the plants, greenhouses.
We learn what plants go in what areas, which plants look better, what problems would affect neighborhoods and all that stuff.
The most important part in this industry is your field experience and your work experience. And coming out of this class, if you go to work for somebody, you don't just come in with knowing a bunch of names and a bunch of tools and stuff like that. You actually know how to get out there and do work.
I think here at CTC we have many more opportunities to get certifications, learn more. You have to have passion and charisma, yes, for something that you do want to do. And I guess CTC gives you that opportunity.
Graphic design is something that's very popular right now, and this class versus a regular graphic design class, you're so much more prepared here.
We learn basic design skills and sorts of printing and bindery skills.
It just gives you that hands-on experience. It's just fun to do, not just sitting around all the time and just listen to lecture and lecture.
So we have regular printing projects where we run the presses outside in our shop. We also do a lot of design work for different people. We do screen printing, which is making t-shirts, and we also have a lot of digital wide format printing.
I actually want to be an illustrator, so it's not too far from this, but the stuff I learned here definitely will help, from the screen printing to the Illustrator, the Photoshop skills that we learned.
You have to have very good team working skills, and if you don't have them, you will develop them eventually. You also have to be very attentive to detail. You have to be able to stop and look at everything and make sure it's perfect before moving on.
It gives me a sense of the real world and how not everybody's just going to hold your hand and tell you, oh, it'll be all right, it'll be all right. It's more of you got to get this done now and not later.
Well, you can see your work develop from a 2D sketch into a 3D sketch. We use the top level computers that professionals use, and what they do, we do the same sketches they do, and stuff like that. So we know what the architectural field is like.
I was kind of interested in the technical program architecture. You have an idea of what the industry is going to be like, how to work with clients. You learn how to be under pressure for certain deadlines. You get the whole feeling.
I signed up for it the first year because I was interested in it. I actually was looking forward to the program, wanted to do it for a career. This program's worth it. It helps you in a lot of ways.
Really, out on the streets, you never know what you'll come up to.
Regardless of whether you want to be a cop or you want to be, a guy who's just working on any business, this class teaches you discipline. Most classes in there, have kids that point fingers at each other and things like that, but when it comes to this class, we're all just one class.
We never know what to expect, especially when we're doing scenarios. We don't know what scenario we're getting into or what we're going to do, what's going to happen, where's it going to go.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. The first year, it's a little studying and in the book, but you have to know the things to do scenarios. But second year, it's pretty much scenarios and building searches. It's really, really fun.
Through my class, I had an internship with the Frederick County Sheriff's Office, and I was bouncing around from canine units to narcotics to just sitting at court cases and things like that.
Gets us ready for, even if you're not becoming a police officer, it gets you ready and to understand what can really happen.
Principles about the residential work, where it's basically dealing with a lot of Romex and boxes and different types of wires and such.
Coming out to the house and be able to do things outdoors and physical work.
Once you get into college, you're pretty much paying for courses when you can learn the same stuff here and get a jump start past all your peers. You'll be ready, more prepared when you go out into the field.
We got the aero lift certification, scissors lift, and forklift. We're getting our apprenticeship, obviously, doing all these programs. And the ABC modules and the OSHA modules on the computer, getting those certifications too.
With the experience, even with the employer and in the class, I kind of have a feel for what I'm going to be doing after high school. Once I continue my apprenticeship program, I'll be going into the field as an experienced electrician.
I've always liked doing hair. I was always good at it when I was little, and I saw this program at my home school. It was being offered, so I just decided to take it because it seemed like a good opportunity.
I got a 2-year head start, that way I don't have to go to school after I graduate. I'm just doing it now, and then when I graduate, I'll be able to go right into it. So it's a big jump start.
We pretty much do everything that a normal hair salon and spa would provide.
We're learning how to cut hair, how to color, how to style it.
We do updos, we do manicures, pedicures, hot oil manicures, pedicures, facials, waxings.
We learn everything hands-on, so once we complete this program, we're ready for an entry-level job as a cosmetologist.
Leaving here, I'll leave with communication skills, professionalism, anything really that can help me deal with people in everyday life.
You get a lot of diversity because you get people from every school and you get to meet everybody, and then you get to meet people coming here to the clinic, you do their hair and all that, and it's just, if you like what you do, then it's fun.
You get to do different things every day. You know, it's not always the same thing, so it's fast-paced.
It's actually a lot of fun. More than, you know, helping it out, like helping yourself out in the future. It's actually a lot of fun to be here. You make good friends and it's a good time.
In this class, you get to do a lot of things with computers. You get to work with networks.
We repair computers, we build computers, take apart printers, fix printers, monitors.
You learn how everything interacts with each other, and you can use that in real life.
You get 2 certifications if you stick with the whole program and 26 college credits. So you can come out of high school making $50,000 a year without ever having to go to college.
You're learning stuff that nobody else really knows. I mean, if you walk on the street, you're not really going to find a lot of computer technicians, and there's always a need for them.
You have fun, and you can apply it to whatever you do.
I've always been interested with cars. I'll work on, you know, anything with a motor. I'm interested in it.
Growing up, I was never cooking with my mom. I was always downstairs working on cars with my dad. And it just started from there.
In the beginning, we just basically got familiar with tools and everything, taking off fenders, doors, hoods, everything. Now we're learning a little bit of welding, and pretty soon we're going to be doing painting and all that stuff. So
this helps me prepare because it gives me the experience needed, so they see that I have experience and they look at that and say, hey, she's got experience, so we should hire her.
They're teaching you the fundamentals and what you need to know to get in the workforce.
this class will definitely help me out because then I'll just go in there. I won't be brand new to everything. So you basically learn just the bare basics and everything of what you need to do.
It's hands-on. There's never a dull moment. You're always doing something.
To be successful in the workforce, this is a good class to start out with.
In this class, we basically focus on networking and Cisco products. You learn about different protocols and how to actually work with equipment like you would do in the real world.
Basically what we do is we either create, fix, or manipulate a network to benefit a small business to a big business, or even at a home or a small office.
Getting the hands-on experience is a lot different than just doing the book work. I mean, yes, we have book work we have to study for, but being able to have the router racks and have all the equipment here makes it a lot easier to actually know what we're doing compared to just studying about it, because we're not just reading about it in a book, we're actually doing it.
With college from this class and the year before, you get 26 credits, and there are very many different certifications that you can get, and it really helps out getting them ahead of time.
The 2 certifications are actually really expensive and really valuable out in the real world, and getting them here is about half the cost, and you have, instead of taking a couple $1,000 course that lasts a few weeks, you have an entire year of the same course.
I've learned everything. I came in knowing nothing, and I think now I could be better prepared for my future.
Feels great just being out, getting in the real world, getting you set for when you get out of school.
It gives us a head start weekend that it's legal for us to use all this equipment that most people now don't have unless they pay for it to take a couple of courses.
Most of the time I thought we'd be in the shop doing stuff like projects you see behind me, but we actually got to go out and install doors, do drywall, all that stuff.
Come in, try hard, and don't give up.
I plan to be a general contractor after high school, and I think this has helped a lot to prepare me for going out into the field and owning my own business.
Engineering internships pays really well, but you need experience. You need experience with this program. It's friendly. You can use it easily. It's easy to learn. And when you're going out there to look for internships and they ask you what skills you have, having this skill is really good on your resume.
It will be good for students to get into this program because they get a real life experience about industry. They get a real life experience about how it is to work by yourself without the help of anybody else, and you just depend on yourself.
There was one instance, a student left here when they started using the new program at the college he went to. He actually got paid to teach the other students how to do it because he knew how to use it better than the instructor.
You do get a certification after 2 years of the class.
It's a great experience. You can get a lot of internships, a lot of mentorship opportunities, and then you will be set for college or to get into college. So it's a good program.
I like this class because you don't get to do stuff like this at your home school. What you do here is completely unique, and it's like a completely different atmosphere.
I want to be a dentist when I get out of college, and this has really helped me with learning about the different muscles and the different body systems that I would need to know about when I go to do my future career.
I think it's a good experience for everybody, and if this is something you really want to do and go into, then to take it, because you do stuff here that you don't do at your home schools.
We do dissections. We learn a lot through those. We dissected a cow eyeball and a sheep heart, and most recently a cow elbow.
Right now we have the mannequins and stuff, so we learned all the body systems, and right now we're learning about all the muscles. So we're learning where they all are and like how they function.
We learn about all the bones in the body too, so that way when we go to college classes, we already have a head start on the things we need to know for like anatomy and physiology classes.
If you want to do anything in the medical or science field, then it's a great class to take.
It pretty much teaches us all the basics we need when we got into the field. It's the same as a tech school pretty much, but without the big price tag attached to it.
We've learned everything, like mechanically on the cars, from suspension to cooling systems.
Brakes, electrical, engine performance, powertrain management, drivetrain, a lot of electrical stuff.
We also learned how to complete a repair order that you would get like at a dealership to verify the customer's concern and fix it and make sure you fix it right.
There aren't a lot of girls in the field, so it's really easy to get places with it. When I applied for colleges, people remembered me and they wanted me more because I was in this class, because they thought it was interesting.
Everyone else would be going to school after they're a senior. You start this class in 11th grade, so you're already 2 years ahead of somebody. And then you'll get into the field normally as a senior, which puts you 4 years ahead of everybody else.
2 years in this class counts for 1 year in the field, so I have to work for 1 year before I get my ASE certifications.
You go through so many years of school, sitting in a classroom. I mean, it's the same old thing. I mean, you come out here, you learn a trade, you learn a skill, and you can apply it to real life. You can express yourself. You can see who you really can become. It's a great experience.
We learn about different oxyacetylene and different welding and just different skills and companies that are hiring. And then we come out into the shop and we do skills about what we're learning that day. We either do arc welding or MIG welding or flame cutting or plasma cutting. And then we get our own fabrication time where we can build our own projects. There's not that many welders out there. We need more in the industry.
I want to have my own shop and build cars. I figured welding could help me out doing chassis and stuff.
I plan on coming back next year to get my certification so I can be able to get hired easily.
It'll give me a lot bigger background in welding than most car schools give you.
can get a job because you're certified. They start out paying you higher, and it's just more of an opportunity to get a job when you get out of high school.